Hi, we are going to discuss matrices, but we have already introduced what is matrix and some basic properties or types of matrices. So now, yeah, in this lecture, we are going to discuss some operations like matrix addition, matrix subtraction, when two matrices are equal, some other kind of matrices like symmetric or stoichiometric time permit. So let's start. So I'm going to present my screen. Hope you can see it.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you can see what is written there. So matrix, equality, addition, transpose. So I think I should discuss all these things. After what do you mean by equality? So of course you know two numbers are equal when suppose two numbers, if I consider A and B, if they are equal means they are same. Equal means they are identical, same. Yes. So 1 and 2 they are not equal. So if I have some structure, forget about matrix, if I have any structure, suppose I have some symbols here, whatever it is, suppose A, B, C, D. Okay. And if I say that these two are equal, somehow, something is written here, whatever it is, so these two are equal. What do you mean? Equal means they are exactly same. Yes. So if this structure, if I now view as a matrix, so this one is something, as you know, it is 2 by 2 matrix. Yes. So whatever we have in the right hand side, we must have, yes, that one is also 2 by 2. Otherwise, they cannot be equal. Equal means they are identically same. Got it? So here, suppose I write 5. Suppose, then what do you mean by this?
A is
A
equal to 5.
is equal to
Otherwise, they are different. Otherwise, they cannot be equal. So if I write here 6, then B is equal to 6. If I write here suppose 1, then C is equal to 1. Suppose D is equal to 2. So it's simple. Equal means all of you know what do you mean by equality. Two things are equal means they are identically same. Got it? So here A, B, C, D, if it is equal to 5, 6, so it cannot be equal to some other matrix like suppose a matrix of order 2 by 3. This matrix cannot be equal to a 2 by 3 matrix because order is different. So here I have 4 numbers, here I will have 6 numbers. So they cannot be equal. Got it? So only when the orders are equal and the corresponding elements are also equal, then we say that matrices are clear. So if I have to write formally, so you can help me.
Their orders should be same
So order should be same and what more?
and the
Something.
corresponding elements should be same.
So order should be same. First of all, the matrices must be of same order. Yes. Otherwise, we correct talk about the equality. So otherwise, the equality term is meaningless. Okay. So if I say here, okay, when you two matrices, only if they are of same order, then only we can compare the matrices whether they are equal or not. If they are not of same order, then there is no question of equality. Got it? So only if they are, same order, then we will check whether the corresponding elements are equal or not. Got it? So here we have two matrices A, B, C, D and the other one. First we will check whether they are of the same order or not. If they are not, then there is no question of equality. So if they are of same order, so as you can see two matrices of same order. If they are of same order, so this one is important. The matrices must be of same order, whatever it is, n by n, 2 by 3. If they are of same order, then we will check whether each element from the first set, suppose here A, and corresponding element in the second set, here it is 5, they are equal or not. So here, if I write A, B, C, D equal to 5 or whatever it is, then A must be equal to 5, otherwise they cannot be equal. Suppose if I have something, suppose here in place of C, suppose if I write some number here, suppose you can see 2, then they are equal. Because although they are of same order, but here we have 2, here we have something else. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So first we have to check their order. If they are of different order, then we are not going to check whether the corresponding elements are equal or not. Okay? So two matrices may consist of the same number, but they may not be equal if the orders are different. Got it? So if I have 2 by 3 and 3 by 2 matrix, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One I write 2 by 3, the other I write 3 by 2. Suppose here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is a matrix. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both consist of same number, but they are not equal. Why? The orders are different. So first we have to check the order, then we will check whether the corresponding entries are same or not. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let us consider a question. Suppose I have a matrix. Let us write okay, x plus y here. I don't know what is x. Suppose here 2. Here suppose 5. Here suppose xy, the product. Okay. This one is equal to some 2 by 2 matrix. Because I am writing equal, the orders must be equal. You can suggest me some names, numbers or any symbol. Suppose I write here, suppose 6, 2, suppose 5. So what is the question? What should be the question now?
Find the value of x
Find
and
X
y.
and Y.
So I have given the two matrices are equal. Here some unknown quantities are there, x and y. 2 is equal to 2. Of course, if here I have something other than 2, then they are not equal. I must write 2 and 5 here. I can write any number here, 6 and 8, replace them by any number. It's fine. I can find the value of x and y. But 2 and 5 must be there. And here I have written the matrices to be equal. So my question is, all of you know, find x and y. Can you find it? Can you find it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What should we
4
do?
and x equal to 4 or 2 and y equal to 4 or 2.
Okay, so I have to solve this again. So what we have to solve? We have to solve. Ultimately, we are given that x plus y equal to 6. Sorry, and we are given xy equal to 8. Yes. If you solve them, because other entities are exactly same, so you have to solve these two equations. Because the matrices are same, their order must be same. Here you can see 2 by 2. This one is also 2 by 2. So entry you have to say 2 is same as 2, 5 is same as 5. So it's fine. So other two entities must be same. So if I solve them, what we get? You say 2 and 4. No. So one of them is 4, the other is 2. Yes. So x, y. One of them is 4, other is 2. So solve it. I know you can solve it yourself. So that's it. So you can solve similar types of problems. Suppose, okay, let me write x plus y. Okay, and suppose here x minus y. Here suppose a plus b. Here suppose twice a minus b. Okay, I have written some random symbols. Here, can you suggest me some number? You can choose any number. So can you tell me 4 numbers? Any one of you?
2, 4.
4, then
6,
6. Okay, then
8, 2.
8. Okay. So the numbers are from your side, and even you can choose the function yourself. So now we have to find, again the question is clear. What is that? Find x, y. Also have to find a,
B.
okay. So now can you find it? Here what we are given, x plus y equal to 4 and x minus y equal to 6. I don't know whether they are solvable or not. Then besides them, we are given a plus b equal to 8 and twice a minus b equal to 2. I don't know whether we can solve it or not, but I think it won't be that much difficult. So whatever value you get after solving, yes, you can
X
find
equal
it.
to 5, y equal minus.
So yeah, x equal to 5 and minus 1. Okay.
Y equal
Yes,
to
sir.
minus 1.
Minus 1. Okay, and AB here, if any of one of them solve. AB, can you solve it?
So
Yeah.
A equal to 10 by 3. 10 by 3.
Sorry,
B
didn't
equal
get you.
to
What is it? A equal to
10 by 3.
10 by 3 and B equal to half. What did you say?
14 by 3.
14 by 3.
14 by 3. Okay,
14
whatever
by
it is.
3.
Okay, I am not interested in the value. So, any question? No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, okay, let me jump to the next slide. Okay. So now we are going to discuss the addition or subtraction of a matrix. So what do you mean by addition, subtraction? So let me write it here again. Addition. Addition or suppose subtraction. Let me write together. Subtraction. So all of you at least know the term addition, subtraction for real numbers or integers. So if I consider two matrices, suppose, okay, I have to choose this particular one. Okay, suppose again I consider Okay. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then suppose I ask you to add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I haven't discussed what is addition or subtraction, but do you think they can be added?
No,
So
sir.
whatever
No, sir.
whatever comes to your
No,
mind
sir.
when I talk about addition subtraction, somehow they are not addable. If I consider two real numbers, then we can add them. But two matrices are not always additive. They cannot be added. Okay, what is the basic condition? You see, if I have to add them entry-wise, suppose 1 I am going to add with 4, 2 with 5, then there is in the first step 2 add with 6. So first, what should we have? Now, again, the matrices should be of first order. Like when you consider equality of two matrices, the matrices should be of same order. Here also, the matrices should be of same order. Then how we are going to add them? Here, 1 with 4, 2 with 5. Suppose I don't have 6 and 9 in second matrix. Then 1 with 4, 2 with 5, 3 with 7, and 4 with 8. That means the corresponding element I am going to add. Okay? Or,
So
yeah.
the order should be same in the both sides or what?
Both sides, of course. Now here, in this particular case, if you want to define the addition, it is not defined. Okay? But if you delete this one, okay, let me write the definition. So, you can see, can you read it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so two matrices of equal order. Again, we must have the order to be equal. So here, if I want to define this plus this, then what will you get? It is undefined. Okay, by definition, these two matrices cannot be added because only when the matrices are of equal order or same order, then only you can define it. Somehow, if they are of same order, then the definition says that you can add or subtract the corresponding entry. So when the matrices are not equal, then order is not defined. Clear? Okay. Suppose if I write another matrix, suppose 4 minus 3, 5, 2. Now again, if I have suppose 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then I can add them. Yes. What will be the entry? 4 with 0. Or let me write 1. 4 plus 0. Then minus 3 plus 1. Then 5 plus 2. Then 2 plus 3. Whatever you get, that is the answer. Got it? So, what will be the answer here? So, 4 minus 3 plus 1 is minus 2.
7, 5.
7 and
Then if I consider the same matrices and then ask you to take difference. That is, suppose let me consider the same matrices and subtract it. That is the second matrix. Then again you can do it. What will be the answer? Because they are of same order, we can subtract them because of the definition. Now 4 minus 0, it is again 4. Okay? Minus 3 minus 1. What will be the answer? It is minus 4.
Minus 4.
And 5 minus 2, it is 3. 2 minus 3, it is minus 5.
Minus 1.
So, it's very simple. First, you have to say the matrices that you are going to add are of same order or not. If not, then there is no question of the addition or subtraction, because if they are of not same order, then the addition or subtraction is not defined. Only when they are of equal order, then how to add it? It's very simple. Add them or subtract them entry-wise. Okay, and take the first element, that is 1 element from the first set and the second set. That means they are matrices. Then add them, and similarly for other entries. Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
suppose, okay. So suppose I have a matrix A, 5, 6, minus 100, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Then suppose BA is equal to 2, 6, minus 1, minus 3. So I'm writing a random number. Sorry, I should have C here. Okay. Suppose C is 1, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1. Okay. Suppose B equal to, let me write something, 1, 4, 9, anything. So do you see which of the matrices are conformable for addition that you can add? So A can be added with C, but A cannot be added with B or D. Do you see? You can
Yes, sir.
find,
Yes, sir.
you can find
Yes, sir.
A plus C you can find, A minus C also you can find, Yes, B plus D you can find, and B minus
B minus
D
D.
or D minus D also, the reverse will be. So are defined. Are defined. That is, we can find it. Defined means we can find it. But if I consider some other, like A plus B, or A minus B, or A minus D, suppose, or B plus C, or A suggest A of this type, A plus D, A minus D, or A minus D, okay, A minus or plus D. These are not defined. You cannot find them. Got it? You cannot find
Yes, sir.
Yes,
these
sir.
operations. You cannot add A with B. You cannot A with D also. So only when they are of the same order, that's it. What you have to say, if they are of same order or not, whatever you are going to add. If they are of same order, then you can add them. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I define the addition of two matrices, then similarly I can define, suppose, addition of 3 or 4 matrices also. Yes, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose if I write 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I think you can see 12 here. 11, 12. So similarly, you can find the addition of these 3 matrices. Okay, you know how to find them. If they are of same order, then add them, subtract them, and divide. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hope all of you can calculate it yourself. Okay. Now, addition and subtraction is gone. Both are the same. Next, we define how to multiply matrices, because of course that is the next step after addition and multiplication. We are going to define. But here, before we define the matrix multiplication, that is how to multiply one matrix with another. So we discuss what is scalar multiplication, because matrix multiplication is a bit complicated, not that complicated, but it is not of this kind. That is, we define two matrices, that is addition of two matrices, if they are of same order, and we add them anti-wise. But in terms of multiplication, we don't do so. We can do so, but there are some important things because of the actual definition of multiplication. So we don't define like this, 1 into 5, 2 into 6. We don't define that way. So there is a logistic multiplication. So we are going to discuss it in the next class. So let us define what is scalar multiplication. So what do you mean by scalar? Any of you? And if you know what do you mean by scalar multiplication or scalar, please the term scalar. So you write the definition.
The multiplication by a constant.
Okay, by constant or any real number. Here constant means any real number. So if A is a matrix, any matrix of any order. Order is not important here. We see whatever be the matrix A, and K is a constant. Constant means you can choose any real number. Then what is K? You can see K is a constant or real number, but A is a matrix. They are not both matrices. Got it? So don't we say that it is matrix multiplication. We call it scalar multiplication because we are multiplying a matrix by scalar K or a real number K or a constant K. So when both are matrices A and B, then we say that it is matrix multiplication. Got it? So here K is a constant or a real number and A is a matrix. So this product we call it scalar multiplication. Got it? So how to define it? You see, so we will multiply each entry of the matrix A. Suppose, okay, I have to switch this one again. So whatever with the matrix again, suppose 4 minus 2, 7, 1, 6, 3. Okay, this one is a matrix. As you can see, A is a matrix and K is a constant. So any constant, suppose I choose 3. Then what will be the product? Then I have to product, multiply entry by 3. So you can find it easily. So 3 with 4, it gives 12. 3 with minus
12.
Minus 6. So
Minus 6.
1,
21.
18.
18.
So isn't it very easy? Because it is scalar multiplication, it's very easy. But if you go for matrix multiplication, it is a bit complicated, but not that complicated. So in the last lecture, whatever we define and discuss, we use symbolic notation instead of writing matrix. This language, that is multiplying each element of A by K. What we use? Some symbolic notation. So here, if I want to use the same thing, okay. So if A is some matrix of any order, suppose A is as I choose this one, Ij of order m cross n. Then what will be Ka? A, it is simply multiply each entry of A by K and order will be again same. Do you see? Do you see? If A is
Yes,
of n by n, then K is also n by n. So simply multiply each entry of the matrix A by K. So we skip this one. So if you want, you can symbolically define matrix addition, subtraction, whatever I define. So I think you can do it. Suppose addition, matrix addition. So if you want, suppose A is equal to Aij. Okay, suppose order m cross n, and B is equal to suppose some Bij. Again, it must be m cross n. Otherwise, addition is not defined. Then what is A plus B? We can find it. So I have to add empty-wise Aij plus Bij, and it is again m cross n. Okay, we can define it. So again, if you want define symbolically the definition is equality. The two matrices are equal when so A and B, we may write here. So if I have two matrices, suppose A equal Aij and suppose order m cross n, and B equal to suppose some Bij and order suppose some P cross Q. Then what do you mean? A equal B. When A equal B, if first of all the order should be same, that is M must be equal to P, N must be equal to Q, then Aij must be equal to Bi. Got it? For all N and also Q. Okay, if you want, you can write it symbolically. So I skip this one because I think you can do it. Okay? Okay, so if you want, I can write it. So scalar multiplication, it's simple. So if I write this way, it is one matrix and one scalar constant. Then if I multiply them entry-wise, what you get is scalar multiplication. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me write another question now. Suppose A equal, I prefer to choose something of this type always. 5 minus 6 minus 8, suppose. Then can you find, suppose twice A plus thrice B, can you find it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 What is twice A? Okay. What is twice A? By definition, what is twice A? So twice A equal to 2 times of this matrix. That is, if you multiply each entry of A by 2, that is 2, 4, 6, 8. Fine. What is 3B? Again, you can find it. If you multiply each entry of B, what you get is 3B. That is here, I will have 15 minus 16, then 21 and 3, it's 24, no? So now what we have? Twice A plus 3B. Simply add, then antibodies. Like here, 2 must be equal to, 2 must be added to 15, 4 must be added to 15 minus 16, and 6 plus 21, 8 minus 20. So whatever you get, you can write it. So that is done. Notice any linear combination of matrices, you can write this way. Is it clear? You can find it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Then I am giving you some questions. So if you want, you can solve it now. Or suppose I write A, suppose 2, 1. It's a matrix because it is 2 by 1 matrix. Suppose B, I choose 3 by 3. I should write 5 here. Okay, suppose 5. Okay, then suppose I choose another matrix. Suppose it is the number 4, 5. Okay, suppose this one is equal to another, suppose 15. Now again the question is, can you find it? Question is, what is the question?
Yes.
Find A and B.
Find A and B.
Can you find it?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you?
Yes, sir.
So if I compute the left hand side, what you get after all the calculation? If you don't understand, tell me. So after the whole calculation, the left hand side becomes, here the first matrix is twice A and A. Yes? Here I will have twice A and here I will have A and B. Then here I will have 3B and 5. So ultimately you have to add. So here it is add 3B. And here I have to again plus 5B. Got it? And here I have, if you want, you can consider some scalar multiplication also. Or I have 4 and here I have 5. Ultimately what I have, it is 10 by 15. Got it? So if I simplify the left hand side using matrix addition and scalar multiplication, I get something like this. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubt from any of you? So I have simplified the left hand side. So I have multiplied the first matrix by A, twice A and A. And after that I have to add, it is 3B and 5B. So I have added, and here 4, 5. If you choose some other number, you can do. In the right hand side I have 20. So ultimately what you have to solve? These two equations, that is twice A plus 5B plus 4 equal to 10 and A plus 5B plus 5 equal to 15. So you have to solve it. Got it? So after solving, you will get some number. So what you get?
Equal 0, B equal 2.
A equals 0 and B equal to 2.
B equal to 2.
B is equal
Okay, maybe. So I
2.
can get the answer. So
B
you
is
can
2.
find it. Okay, maybe. So I choose some random number. So it can be anything. So you can find it. Okay, any doubt? Any question from any of you? No question. But I like questions. Okay. If you don't have any question, let me jump. Okay. Now let us slightly change the question. Okay. Let us try some other variation. Suppose twice A plus some 3B. I don't know what is A and B, but what we know, A and B are matrices. Some you can choose some number. Suppose again 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, given. Again, suppose some other combination, you can choose any number. Suppose, sorry, just 5A plus, sorry, minus, suppose whatever you want, suppose minus 4, suppose 4B equal to some other combination, suppose 10, 11, 12, 13. So what is the question now? What is the question?
Find A
Find
and B.
A
Find
and B. But
A
here,
and B.
A and B are matrices. Do you see? Because in both the cases, right hand side is a matrix. So left hand side must be matrix. Besides them, twice A and 5B are additive. They are conformable for addition. That means they must be of same order. Otherwise, you cannot add them. Already given that twice A plus 3B is equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. Means the matrix twice A and the matrix 5B can be added. Means they are of the same order. And after adding them, you get a 2 by 2 matrix. Means A and B both are of 2 by 2 matrix. Is it clear? So both are of, it is not given directly that they are of 2 by 2 matrix, but they are equal means you must understand if they are not of equal order, we cannot add twice A plus 3B and hence we cannot get that is equal to 5, 6, 7. Now I'll leave it as a exercise. So find it. If you want, you can find it now. So if already you have found, then you can tell me. Otherwise, you will have. After solving, you will get A equal to some 2 by 2 matrix and B equal to some other 2 by 2 matrix. Suppose here I have, suppose ABCD, you have to find the value for ABCD, and here suppose PQR. Okay, hope all of you will try. It may take time, but you can try. There is a process how to solve this one. At least you can try. If you don't find any other ways to solve, at least you can take this way. Suppose A equal to ABCD, B equal to PQRS, then put it here. Okay, there are some other ways you can solve, some simpler method. But hope all of you will try and tell me the answer. Okay. Do you need any hint, any of you, or you will try?
Sir, we will.
Okay, you will try. All of you are going to find them. Okay. Scalar multiplication, if you want, I can consider some properties of scalar multiplication. But okay, if you want, let me take one property. Suppose I have any metric A and another metric, suppose B. I think all of you can verify. Then if I multiply this by some constant K, then it is same as Ka plus Kb. Do you see that is what is the left hand side? First you will add the matrices A and B, but for that you must have A and B of same order. If they are of same order, you can add them. Then you multiply with the scalar K. What you get is same as first multiply the matrix A by the scalar K and the matrix B by the scalar K, then add them. So whether you multiply it first or add it first, it's all the same. Got it? So there are some other operations. Suppose one is K plus L. Then I multiply with the matrix A. Then again I will get K plus LB. Now you can all verify these things. It's very simple. So take any two examples and take this. So if two matrices are there, then whether you multiply by scalar first, add them first or subtract them is not important. It will give you the same result. Okay? Fine?
Yes, sir.
Next, let us define transpose. You know the literal meaning of transpose. You can read it. What is transpose? Can you read it? The matrix obtained from a given matrix by interchanging the rows and columns is known as the transpose. Here the symbol is, you can see A prime with this, or in other words you can write it as okay, instead of A prime, sometimes you use suppose A transpose this also, or A this one. To denote transpose, here I have written the symbol A prime because that is easy for me to type here. Okay, so do you understand the definition? Suppose I have a matrix, any matrix. Okay, let us try to write in symbolic notation. Okay, before that, give me an example. Let me. So suppose, okay, I prefer to put some easy numbers always. Then A prime. What is A prime? By definition, you can see I interchange the rows and columns. So here, what is the row? Here, 1, 2, 3 is the first row. You can see. I will make it column.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is the first row, but I will make it the first column. Then 4, 5, 6 is the second row. I will make it the second column. That's it. So you can do either way. You can do, if you want, you can do this way also. That is 1, 4 is the first column. You make it first row. Give the same one. 2, 5 is the second column. Make it the second row. 3, 6 is the third column. Make it the third row. It's all the same. So you can do either one of them. So make all the rows as columns and write all the columns as it. So do another one. So one of them. So it's better here if I write this row as column. So simply make all the rows as column. So here I have interchanged the rows and columns. So here this is the first row. I make it first column. This is the second row. I make it second column. Is it clear? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
here
Yes,
the
sir.
matrix is of order. What is the order? 2 by 3. What about the order here? It is 3 cross 2.
3 by 2.
Okay. Because we are changing the rows and columns, the order will always change. So always change. So interchange. So if I write in symbolic notation, I think all of you can write it. So suppose A equal Aij and some order n cross n. Then what is A transpose? You can say
Aij into n cross m.
no, not it is Aij, it becomes Aj. Do you see it? Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me explain here. Suppose I consider the element 2 here. What is the position here? It is A1, 2. Yes? But 2 goes to here, A2, 1 position. Got it? Here 2 is in the position 1, 2. But here 2 will go to 2, 1 because the rows will become column. So every element in a ij position will move to a ji position. Is it clear?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the position will interchange. So in other words, what you can do if you want to write in this way instead of writing. So suppose you have the matrix A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What you can do? You can write that way also. You can suppose. Okay. Let me write here. Here we have 1. What is the position of 1? It is 1, 1. So 1, 1 interchange, then it is again 1, 1. So 1 will be here in 1, 1 position. Now 2, here 2 position of 2 is 1, 2. Now 2 will go to 2, 1 position. So 2. Then suppose 4. Randomly I am showing 4. Their position is 2, 1. So it will go to 1, 2. So 4 will go 2. So individually you can choose each element one by one. Then you can apply this definition. You will get the same matrix. But any question from any of you?
So can you please explain again this part? I'm confused.
Which part?
So this part, I mean the thing you said now, 1 and 2. Yeah, this one. A dash.
Okay,
Yes.
let me explain everything. So first we took the matrix A consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the easiest way to form is transpose is choose any row. Suppose here 1, 2, 3 and make it column. Here if it is the first row, make it the first column. Do it for every row. Okay, 4, 5, 6 is the second row, make it the second column. Whatever you get, that is the transpose. Or you can do the same for columns also. 1, 4 is the first column, make it the first row. Okay. Now, by definition, if you apply the definition, so definition gives what happens here. The summary is ij entry goes to ji entry in each entry. Okay. 3 is here 1, 3 entry, but it goes to 3, 1 entry. 4 is here 2, 1 entry, but 4 goes to 1, 2 entry. So if I identify any element here as ai, now the corresponding element in A transpose will be AJI, or Aij will move to AJI. Got it? So here, if I write 1, because A and A transpose will consist of same entries, and these are same. Do you see? Whatever entry I have in A, that will be present
We have
in
same in the A dash.
So, but in different order. That is the question. So, how they will arrange? So, same entries will be there in both the matrices, but in different positions. So, if I apply this definition, then suppose 1, because the entries will be same, 1 will move to some places. So now I identify the position of 1. One position is here 1, 1, because 1 is in the first row and first column. Now if I interchange this, again I get 1, 1. So in A transpose also 1 will be in 1, 1 position. Now if I identify the position of 4, 1, it is actually 2, 1. It is in the second row and first column. So if I interchange this, what I get? 1, 2. So now 4 will go to 1, 2 position. 1, 2 position is this one. So 4 will move to this one. So you can do. Suppose 5 here. Position of 5 is 2, 2. Yes.
2, 2. And
Now
here
again
is
2. It enters again 2, 2.
2, 2. Yes.
Yes. If you interchange them, it is again 2, 2. Suppose choose another one 6. It is 2, 3. Yes. It is 2, 3. So it will send. It goes to 3, 2. So here 3 and 2. 6 will be there. Okay. Suppose again 2, 3. It is 1, 3. It will move to 3 here. Okay. So this is the matrix.
Okay, sir.
Either way you can find it, but this should take more time. So we should prefer this one. So it's up to you. Whatever you are going to choose. Now let me give you one property. So you can see the orders are reversed while taking transpose. So now if I take any matrix A, now take its transpose. I can do it. Whatever be the order, I can do it. Now A transpose is another matrix. It is different from A. Generally it is different from A, isn't it? Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
if I take transpose of this matrix, what will I get? Any idea?
A.
Yes, thank you. You will get A. Because A transpose, all the entries will move to a position where a position is defined. That is, Ij will move to their position. Now, again, if I take this transpose, it will again come back to the original position. Suppose here, A transpose. If I take the transpose here again, what will I get? 1, 4 is the first row, and if I take A transpose here, got it? So if I take A transpose is this matrix, if I take transpose again, then 1 4 is the first row, it will become first column, and 2 5 is the first row, it will become 2 5, and so on. So here 3 6 3 6. So it gives the again same matrix. That is, this one is the important result. So if I take transpose of the transpose, it gives the same matrix. Any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now suppose I have two matrices A plus B, and I am adding them of the same order. Then if I take transpose, then you can distribute them. If you observe the matrices closely, then you can see. So what the result is, whether you take the transpose first and then add, or if you add them and then take transpose, it's all the same. What is, if the matrices of same order, then only you can add them or subtract them. But if I take transpose after adding it, or if I take transpose first then add it, it gives the same result. Any question? Any of you?
No, sir.
No. Okay, then let us try to solve a few problems relating to. Okay, so suppose let me choose any matrix. Okay, let me choose 2 by 2. It will be here. A equal to 5 minus 7, 8 minus 9. Okay. Then B is suppose 2 minus 1, 0 minus half. Suppose. Okay. Now if I ask you to find A plus B transpose, can you find it? Can you find
Yes,
it?
sir.
Okay. How to find it?
Yes, sir.
A plus B transpose. What is A? It is 5 minus 7, 8 minus 9. What is B transpose? You have to find. B transpose is here 2 1 2 minus 1 is the first row. Make it first column. And 0 minus half is the second row. Make it second column. Got it? So here first row becomes first column. Second row becomes second column. Okay. Now you know how to add two matrices. These are two matrices. You can simply add them. Whatever you get, that's it. 5 2 you get 7. Minus 7 0, it is minus 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. Minus 9 half minus 9.5. Is it? Okay. Minus or 18 by 19 by 2. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Let us make it more complicated. Suppose I ask you to find 5 A transpose plus 6 B transpose. Can you find it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, take
Yes, sir.
5 times A transpose. First take A transpose, then multiply it by 5. Then take B transpose, multiply it by 6. Then add them. Is it clear, all of you? If you find any difficulty, then I can explain. But I think you should try yourself. Find it. Matrices are not important. The concept is important. You can choose any numbers as entries and then try the person. Okay? Any questions from any of you? No.
No, sir.
Let me try something. So here, do you see A is 5 minus 7, 8 minus 9. If I take A transpose, I will get something else. Suppose here B is 2 minus 1, 0 minus half. But if I take B transpose, what I get? 2 0 minus 1 and half. So what do you see? Generally, I don't have that A equal to A transpose. Is it? Generally, they are not equal. Yes? In general,
Yes, sir.
in general, they are not equal. So do you see when what type of matrix you will be? So when they are equal, do you see the structure? Do you see the structure? If they are equal, got it? If the A and H transpose both are equal, so what type of matrix it will be? Suppose if I consider A here or B here, got it? Suppose A here. So if you want to change slightly, suppose can you change only one number here in A so that A is equal to A transpose? Can you, any of you do it? Change only one number so that A transpose is equal to A. Can you?
1 2 2 1.
1 2 2.
No. Sorry. Take this matrix A and here change only one entry so that A and A transpose are equal. You are allowed to change only one entry in A. Can you? Any of you?
No, sir.
No.
Sir, we can replace -7 by 8.
Okay. So thank you. Good. So if I replace -7 by 8, what I will have? A is equal to 5, 8 and 8 minus 9. Yes, that is A. And if I take 8 transpose, what do you get? It is again 5, 8, 8 minus 7. Do you see? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here, if the off-diagonal entries are same, then A is equal to 8 transpose. Or what else you can do? You can change 8 by -7 also. Or in other words, if you change the off-diagonal entries, it will give you then A and 8. So this type of matrices here, in case of 3 by 3, it will be different. So if a matrix coincides with its transpose, then we call such a matrix as symmetric matrix. Okay, so let me define it formally. Okay, so symmetric matrix. So if a matrix coincides with its transpose. Okay, so first condition you see, what is the condition here? I have written the matrix must be square. Why so? Can you give me the justification? Why the matrix must be square? Any justification?
Sir, otherwise the orders will be different.
Okay. Otherwise, suppose, okay, in the previous slide, I considered some, okay, okay, not here. Okay, here A is this one, A transpose is this one. Okay, so if A is not squared, if A is order 2 by 3, then A transpose will be equal to 3 by 2. The orders are different. So when orders are different, there is no question of equality. Because while defining equal matrices, first condition was the orders must be same. Only then we will compare the entry. Yes? So if the matrix is not square, then A and A transpose will be of different always. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
for
sir.
A and A transpose to be equal, first condition is the matrices must be of equal order. Otherwise, we will never get A equal to A transpose. So first condition, the matrix must be square. And besides that, if the matrix is identical or coincide, it is exactly same to its transpose. So in symbolic notation, what is that? If A is equal to A transpose.
A transpose.
Okay. If A is equal to A transpose, then the matrix is symmetric. So can you write? So in 2 by 2 matrix, you already saw. If off diagonal entries or non-diagonal entries are same exactly, then it is always symmetric. 2 by 2. Here, if I replace -1 by 0, it is again symmetric. Got it? So that whatever be the diagonal entries, because this one is 1, 1, it will again go to while taking transpose. It is 2, 2, it will again go to transpose. So diagonal entries will remain same. Okay? But we have problem with off diagonal entries or non-diagonal entries. In case of 2 by 2 matrix, we have only non-diagonal entries. We have two non-diagonal entries. So if they are same, I will get A equal to A transpose. Okay. Now, can you think of a 3 by 3 matrix, which is symmetric? So we don't have problem with diagonal. You can write any number here. Suppose okay, 1, 2, 3. Because while taking transpose, it will again move to A transpose. There is no problem. Suppose I choose some other number, suppose 4 here. So if I write 4 here and I want the matrix to be symmetric, do you see what will happen? Okay, because I have 4 in 1, 2 position, and if I take, suppose this one is A, and if I take A transpose, what will happen? Diagonal entries 1, 1 is in 1, 1 position. Again, if you change the position, it is again 1, 1. 2, 2, 2 is in 2, 2 position, it is again 2, 2, 3, 3. But here this one is 4 in the position 1, 2, but it will move to 2, 1 position. So 4 will move here. Got it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So if A
Yes, sir.
is equal to its stage transpose, that is, if the matrix is symmetric, this matrix must be equal to this matrix, whatever the other entries be. So if 4 is there, I must have 4 here also. Otherwise, in the transpose of A, 4 will be here in A to 1 position here. But if I have different entry here, then the matrices cannot be equal. This one cannot hold. Is it clear? So,
Yes, sir.
by definition, A transpose is replacing A, every entity of A by conjugate, like Aij, we have to replace by Aj. So here, while taking transpose, A12 will go to A21. So if I have 4, I must have 4 here, because after taking transpose, 4 is moving to displacement. Here, if I have suppose 5 here, then after taking transpose, 5 will come to disposition. And if A and A transpose are equal, I must have 5 here. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose I have 6 here, again this 6 will move to disposition. Okay, so I must have 6 here. So what do you see? Symmetric means, if you know the literal meaning of symmetric, so the diagonal looks like a mirror. So you can consider this one as a mirror, then the upper parcel and lower parcel same. Do you see it? So if you consider this one, okay, and here I have 4, 5, 6 and 4, 5. This one actually looks like a mirror. Got it? So the other parts are same. If we have one part, the other parts are same. So here, in other way, I can write the matrix is symmetric if Aij equal to Aj. A12 equal to A21, A13 equal to A31, A23 equal to A32. Got it? So in a symmetric matrix, we have only one part. The other part is exactly identical. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
If any of you have any confusion, you can tell me. So it's simple. I have a diagonal, the other parts are exactly same. Or in other words, if the matrix coincides which is transpose. Transpose you can easily find, change the rows to columns, or the columns to rows. Okay. Now I have another one. Suppose symmetric, when we talk about symmetric, we always have another one relating to it. So we call it skew-symmetric matrix. Let me copy that one and replace the term as we call it as skew-symmetric, a square matrix that is identical to the negative of its transpose. So what I mean here, earlier I had A is equal to A transpose. What I have here I have A is equal to negative of A transpose. Or in other words, if I add A which is transpose, I should get 0 matrix. Got it? So A plus A transpose should give you the 0 matrix. That is, the matrix is all into 0. Again here I must have the matrix to be square. Why? Otherwise, again we cannot equate A n minus of A transpose. Because A and A transpose will be of different order if the matrix is not square. Is it clear? Now let us try to look at the structure. So let me show different column. So suppose A is again something of this type. Suppose 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me write here. Minus 1, 3, minus 2, suppose 5. So do you see here, if the matrix is skew-symmetric, what should be the entries here? Do you see? Can this be a skew-symmetric matrix? Can you choose the other entries so that the matrix becomes skew-symmetric, coincide with its transpose? Can you find it? What is A transpose? The first row here, if I write 5, 6, 7, it will be 5, 6, 7. Yes, that is the first thing, you know. Now, do you see what I need? A should be equal to negative of A transpose. That is, 5 must be equal to negative of this matrix. What is the negative? Or you can say A plus A transpose must give 0. So if I add this matrix, whatever be the remaining entries, and add the entries here, so it should give 0. Now 5 and 5, it is never 0. Got it? Forget about other entries. I think some of you are finding it difficult. So simply choose one entry. Suppose 5. Okay? Choose only 5. So whatever be the other entries, simply choose one element. Got it? Simply choose 5 in the first position. Now after taking transpose, 5 will move to again 5. Yes? Now if I want A plus A transpose equal to 0, that means 5 plus this matrix, that is 5, should be 0. So it is not. So what we should have, we must have this one 0. Similarly, all the diagonal entries will be 0. Got it? If I have any non-zero entry in the diagonal, the matrix cannot be skew symmetric. Got it? Any question? Hello, are you there?
Yes.
So, if I have any non-zero entry in the diagonal, suppose here 5, then while taking transpose, it is again in the same position. But by definition, A plus A transpose must be 0. Or the entry of A transpose should be negative of that of A. So, if it is non-zero, then it cannot be skew symmetric. So, for skew symmetric matrix, the first criteria is, the diagonal entries, all the diagonal entries must be 0. Got it? Otherwise, you cannot get skew symmetric matrix. Got it? Suppose I have here 5. Now, so 0 goes to 0 again. Here. Okay? 1, 1, this is 1, 1, 2, 2, in 2, 2, 3, 6, 3. Now 5 will move to minus 5 here. Sorry, 5 here. Yes? What should I get? A plus A transpose should be 0. So whatever I have in this position, if I add it with this number, it should be 0. So I must have minus 5 here. Got it? If any number in 1, 2 position is 5, then in 2, 1 position, the corresponding element must be minus 5. Because only then, while we take transpose, I get A plus A transpose equal to 0. Is it? So similarly, if I have suppose 6 here, I must have minus 6 here. So because A is equal to negative of A transpose, I must have something like this. Suppose 7 here, it is minus 7. So I think some of you have doubts. So can you ask me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir,
those were doubts. Yeah. Can you ask me your doubts? So in case of symmetric matrix, this looks like a mirror, the diagonal entries. Now both the sides are equal. Here also it somehow looks like a mirror, but sides are opposite. Here if I have 5, I will have minus 5 here. Here if I have 6, I will have minus 5. So skew symmetric matrix looks like this one. So all the diagonal entries of a skew symmetric matrix are always same. Got it? Any question? And off diagonal entries are of this form. In ij position, if I have some number k, in ji position, I must have minus k. Okay? Any question? No.
No, sir.
If you don't have
No,
any
sir.
question,
No, sir.
let me ask you one question. So try to give the answer. You can give me in comment. Or... So do you see the question? First question is, as I have just answered, what is that? Diagonal element of a skew symmetric matrix. What is the possible diagonal element of a skew symmetric matrix?
It is always
0.
0, sir.
It is always 0. What is the second question? Can we have a matrix which is symmetric as well as skew symmetric? Is there any such matrix?
Yes, sir. Just now we did that. One of the
Yes,
examples.
sir.
No. The last matrix is symmetric or skew symmetric. Here this one is symmetric, not skew symmetric.
No, sir. Before that.
Zero matrix.
Yes, sir. 0.
Null matrix.
Zero matrix is the null matrix or zero matrix is the only matrix which is symmetric as well as skew symmetric. Why it is so? You try to find it because as I gave the structure, in case of skew symmetric matrix, if the matrix is skew symmetric, first of all, in diagonal position, I must have all 0. Second, if it is skew symmetric, if I have 5 here, I must have minus 5 here. Yes? But if it is also symmetric, these two numbers must be same. So these two numbers must be same as well as negative of one another. So if I have suppose A here, it must be minus A. And because it is skew symmetric, because it is symmetric, I must have these two numbers equal also. I must have A is equal to minus A also. So ultimately, I must have A equal to 0. Got it? So
Yes,
zero
sir.
matrix is the only matrix which is symmetric as well as. So let me stop here. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.